guys, welcome back to Aviation Explainer. Today I'm going to be discussing the hub and spoke model. So for those of you who don't know, most airlines run on one of three different types of system. So there's hub and spoke, point to point, or there's leisure travel. Now, leisure travel isn't so much a way of running an airline as to such more of the clientele you will get on that airline, but I'm still going to discuss it as I do believe that is a different side of it. So please stay tuned for that. I'd also like to apologize to everyone as I haven't really been releasing videos much over the last few weeks because I've been away. But I'm going to try and get back into it going into the new year. I'm going to try and release at least maybe 1 to 3 videos a week. I'll make a decision on that soon and I'll get back to you guys. But yeah, that's the plan. So thank you for sticking around with the YouTube channel and I hope it grows even further. Thank you. So we'll start today's proceedings talking about the hub and spoke model, how the hub and spoke model works, and what the hub and spoke model is. So a hub and spoke model is essentially, look at Dubai Airport. It's a singular airport where everyone sends all of their flights to that location. Everyone from all the flights deboards the plane at that location, and then they catch another flight to where they want to go. This is why Emirates has done so well with the A380 where other airlines haven't. Because instead of Emirates trying to fill up the A380 from Sydney to London, they're trying to fill it up from Dubai to London. And then from Sydney to Dubai is a different issue. So instead of saying, okay, I want an A380 from here to here, they're saying, I want an A380 from here to here. And then we'll send everyone around the world that wants to go to Dubai via here to fill that plane, to make that plane full, to make maximum profit off that plane. So that's how the hub and spoke model works. So essentially how it works is you're consolidating all of your passengers, all of your revenue into one location, which then fills a bigger plane and sends it off. That's also why they can also have A380s to most locations, because most locations have people going to it. But if you're going direct, it's annoying, where if you send them all to one location, you will fill the A380, which will mean you can get a full plane to that location. And that's how they're also made a lot of money off it. And outside of the hub and spoke model, the way Emirates has been able to achieve this is through a lot of government backing, which is because of in the Saudi Arabia Peninsula, there is a lot of oil behind companies. And that's also what we're seeing with a lot of startup carriers over there, is they've got a lot of money and they do big orders instead of small orders to start with. So that's how the hub and spoke model works. I will now explain how the point-to-point works. So point-to-point is essentially, and Ryanair and a lot of low-cost carriers use this, they fly from A to B, B to C, C back to A, and then they start the transition again. So in Australia, planes will fly Melbourne to Brisbane, Brisbane to Sydney, Sydney to Melbourne, Melbourne to Brisbane, Brisbane to Sydney, Sydney to Melbourne. That's how they do it. They just go in this continuous loop across 3 or 4 different airports. That's how point-to-point works. It's not we fly you via Sydney. Everyone who's come to Sydney to go to Brisbane will then get on a plane. It's we have 100 people going to Brisbane, so we'll fly them directly to Brisbane. We have 100 people going from Brisbane to Sydney, so we'll fly them direct, so forth and so forth. And it's straightforward. There's no main meeting point where everyone gets mustered to then go from there to the next location. So that's how point-to-point works. Now, I mentioned leisure travel. Now, leisure travel isn't a form of how an airline runs. As such, it's more of a type of clientele you will get. So leisure travelers are people that want semi-cheap flights and they want to go somewhere on a holiday. Now, that in itself isn't actually a business model. So yes, your business model can be, we serve leisure travelers, but as for like the actual way the airline runs, it's not so much a model. But it could be used as a model in the sense that you could fly leisure routes only. So for example, you could fly Melbourne to Bali. That is a leisure route that you'll get a lot of leisure travelers on. So you can focus primarily on those routes. Now, that to me is what leisure system is. But please, I ask you, as always, Leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Do you believe this was a good explanation? And if you'd like me to explain it even further, because I'm more than happy to explain it even further if you would guys like me to. So please stay tuned for the next video. Hope to release one hopefully on Tuesday. Thank you.